explain kind of how either your staff or the department is having to tackle the challenge of building out different models or different plans for the future of the athletic department?
Sure. I think our athletic director, Bubba Cunningham, has been outstanding in informing us and keeping us in step with what's happening on the NCAA front, what's happening from a budget standpoint. Are we going to have football in the fall? And football generates, a lot of income, and how that's going to affect our budgets. And there's such a domino effect with everything, even, at UNC, just even in the hospitals, when you have off-site places and, the money that they're not generating right now, and the money that our departments are not generating. And how do we come up with that shortfall? How do we schedule? Like for next year, for example, we originally were going to go to Mexico, to Puerto Vallarta, and we had gotten funds for that from the athletic department, and they told us to put a halt on international travel and try to find ways that we can have compete at still at a high level, but somewhere that's more of a bus trip, not looking to try to fly a whole lot of places, if anywhere. So it's created a challenge to make your schedule as good as it can be within maybe the region, but having national competition. And so I think, our department has really gone through, the mental health pieces, how do we keep our student athletes healthy? What resources do we have for them? How do we keep our programs, again, out in the forefront? Messages to our hospital workers, messages on Monday, it was Student Athlete Day, interviewing coaches to send messages and how we appreciate our student athletes and what they do for, on a daily basis within our athletic department, within our programs. And so there's so many areas that have to be talked about, and there's so much uncertainty and unknowns that not that it's hard to make a plan, but sometimes, like, if you look at the NCAA, they were allowing us to Zoom with our strength coaches, our kids, and now they walked that back because of what's written in the rule book about staying safe and having supervision and so on. Well, then if you think about what's happening right now in the mental health for the student athletes to try to keep normalcy for them, and as well as I do, either exercise or having that contact with people, your peer athletes, I think that makes such a big difference in staying connected, and trying, again, to have that some sense of normalcy in an abnormal situation. And the NCAA right now is kind of rigid in that respect. And I understand the way the rule is written, but these are unprecedented times. And sometimes you have to take another step back and look at, how does this affect these student athletes? And, again, I mean, people all over the world are being affected in so many ways, but in this little tunnel of, the student athlete sport world, being able to, help these kids mentally have some sense of community and some sense of normalcy and some sense of just connecting with your strength coach or somebody. A lot of them are, their parents are working from home, and so they have to go in their bedrooms, like if they're going to do a Zoom call, or they're going to do because all their work now is online, right? All the professors had to get all their classes online, and their tutors are online. And so it's a whole new world for everybody.